Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late May 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Gemini collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous as we are beginning Gemini season, one of the most wonderful times of year. Let's shuffle it up, see what we got, my guides. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going. Let's rock. Let's see what we have for Gemini here, my guides. One card. And while we do, I would just like to wish you all a very happy birthday from me to you, because Gemini season is upon us, my friends. So I hope you all have a great one. Okay, so here's this mental energy that I've been seeing across all signs. Now, this is very common to see in air sign readings, but this is a little daydreamy, and I've been seeing that in the beginning of almost every single reading this week. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look here at this card. So we see these two little ballerinas. One looks like she's taking a little snooze, a little nap. The other one is up on the tightrope. This does show up from time to time. And generally, when I see this card, I feel like this one is daydreaming about this. So for a portion of you, you might be very future focused in this time. You might be thinking about the future, what's coming down the pipeline, what's to come, making lots of plans. But with this card, there's an inherent mental action, a lot of it. So you might be daydreaming a little more than you usually do. Your mind might be going a little faster than normal. Okay, like even for an air sign. So just know in this time you might need some sort of release. Like if there's a lot of thoughts, if there's a lot of things in your mind, in your head, creativity could be a good outlet for you in any fashion, whether it's artistic, writing, music, whatever it might be. It's always good to have an outlet for deep thought. So we're just going to put that down right here. Let's get into tarot. I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading at all. But yeah, we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright before I get that intuitive juiciness flowing. Let's shuffle it up here one time. What's going on with my Geminis, please, as we start off Gemini season. So last week's reading was a little different than usual. The title of it was They Need Help. And I wasn't saying that in a disparaging way or anything like that. To me, it literally seemed like there was somebody that needs assistance, okay? Whether you might need a hand with something or someone close to you, they need some sort of help. Like that was showing up heavily in last week's reading. But as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. You know how the messages come through. But let's get you 3 cards. Let's see what we have for Gemini here, please. Thank you. All right, Page of Swords, very common card this week, my friends. Page of Swords, position number 1. That could represent you, possibly. So we're going to really need to dig deeper on that card. Very popular card this week. Okay, let's get 2 more. Thank you. 10 of Cups, that's a very good start to this reading. I mean, even though we have that Page of Swords that can be a little defensive, I really like the fact that we have the 10 of Cups coming up right next to it. Let's get 1 more out here, then we'll start piecing it together. Let's see what we got for Gemini, please. Yeah, deck wants to talk. There we go. Thank you. All right, so you're going to get a bonus this week, my friends. Okay, I do like this. We have the 8 of Pentacles here on the back end, but you are also going to have a bonus, which is another 10, which is something that we might have to take a little look at. We got the 10 of Wands right here on the back end. Okay, so let's go through real quick, Gemini. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff going. Now, if you kindly look here in the box at first glance, when I look at these cards, we have an even distribution of every element, which is good. We have air, we have water, we have earth, we have fire. So this could represent various different topics or things that you're going through in this time. Generally, an elemental balance is something that I like. It's very balanced in its approach. So there might be a lot of things on your plate, a lot of things on your mind. You might be going through various things. But let's go one by one. Position number 1, the Page of Swords. Like I said, this card could represent you or another air sign. When I see pages, I see communicators and messengers and students. So this could represent something new, a new cycle, a new venture. If this doesn't represent you or another person, the Page of Swords could be a little bit defensive, sometimes combative, right? So you might have your guard up, you might be a little skeptical. But another thing with this page, it represents being under somebody's microscope. So there might be someone that's watching you in some sort of way. And I don't mean to say that in a scary way. Somebody might just be paying attention to your social media or whatever it might be. It could even be at work, like a supervisor watching your moves. You might have someone under your microscope with this page. So we'll really see what this is about. It could literally just be a conversation or something that's coming towards you, since it's a card that could be you. Now, as we press forward through the reading, this is how it's going to be a very interesting one. In the center, we have the 10 of Cups, one of the most positive cards in the whole entire deck. I love the 10 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment energy. This is wish come true. This is dream come true. Having it all, that emotional fulfillment, all those cups are full. For a portion of you, this could represent situations involving family or the home. There could be a big focus on the home, whether you're redecorating, renovating, cleaning, moving home. Like topics like that could show up with the 10 of Cups, but generally we think the positive, optimistic approach with this card. In tarot, 10s could represent closes of a cycle. So we have 2 10s showing up in this spread. So we'll really want to see what's up with this, but I lean very optimistic towards this. It could be a win or victory of some sort. And we'll just have to see what's up as we press forward through this reading. Now, as we get to the back end, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Very hardworking, diligent type of energy. This could literally speak about what you do for work and what you do for money. So we could be looking at job situations when this shows up, whether good, bad, or indifferent. When I see the 8 of Pentacles, I think of dedication. I think of somebody that's a craftsman, an artisan, somebody that's trying to master something. So whereas this Page of Swords could be something very new or learning, the 8 of Pentacles is the master of some sort. So it's very diligent in its ways. It could be something that you're working on as well. Like you might have a project of some sort that you're really working on or throwing a lot of energy into. I like the 8 of Pentacles, but like I said, it could just represent work tasks. It could be any of that or just money in general. Now, you do have a bonus this week. It's the 10 of Wands, and it could sometimes represent somebody who has a bit of a burden. All cards are a double-edged sword. They have positives, they have negatives, and even in-betweens. The negatives of this card or challenges of the 10 of Wands is it could represent issues revolving around health. This could be burdens of the mind, body, and soul. This could be spirit asking you to take care of yourself, get some rest, relaxation, recuperation. This is a card of self-love. And it's optimistic. It could be somebody who's right at the finish line. They have a lot of determination, and even if things are heavy, they're going to get it done. They're going to make it happen. So like doing something, even if it doesn't make them the happiest, could represent that. But in its roughest form, that could represent someone you're connected to that's feeling a little level of guilt. I want to dive deeper on all of it, though. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for Gemini. I think we're looking okay. I'd say we're middle of the road right now, but let's get intuitive here. Yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Page of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Gemini, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Page of Swords. Why is it here? What's this page about? Thank you. Queen of Swords. Wow, evolution. There's a big change happening here. There's a big maturing process as well. A lot of you, you might be changing the way you think about things. You might be changing the way you see things and approach things. When I see this page next to this queen, yes, it could represent family. There are those big ties here with the 10 of Pentacles, the page, the Queen of Swords in the upright. Another card that represents you. So I am seeing this big maturation and change in you. Okay, even if you're a cross watcher, like your feelings might be changing about your Gemini. Like, you see what I mean there? Like how it's very fluid in its ways. The Queen of Swords could represent someone being serious, All right. When I see it under this Page of Swords, to me, it could be two people watching each other's moves. So sure, there might be someone watching your moves, but you're watching right back. It's like, I'm watching you while you're watching them, you're like one of those weird chains. So like you might have a broader vision of whatever situations you're going through. But when I see here, I think of mature. All right. The Queen of Swords is very serious, sturdy, but mature in her ways. So I am getting that change in approach, change within oneself. There's a big evolution here, and there's a big change at play. All right. Whether it's within your situations or within yourself, change is the name of the game, especially when we have cards that represent the close of a cycle as well. So there might be various things changing within yourself and in your situations. What's going on in the Ten of Cups? Big maturing process here. Okay, you may have been through things recently that have made you mature in some sort of way. Let's see what's up with that Ten of Cups. Really want to get over to all those other ones too. The Eight of Pentacles, like, you might have some interesting messages at hand. Beautiful. Love this. Lots of people showing up here, lots of family connections. So whether that's something you're yearning for or thirsting for, you might want the close connections of the family or those that you value. We have the King of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Ten of Cups. This is everything, my friends. Energetically, this tells me that as we enter Gemini season, regardless of what you may be going through, the energy is here to claim of massive victories and wins in different areas of life. Remember, like I said, we have all the different elements here, so we could be looking at the big picture of life, and there are massive wins and victories to be had. The energy is there. When the King of Pentacles shows up, this could represent a father figure. The King of Pentacles could represent an older male figure, of course, if not an earth sign. But to me, this is a very grounded, abundant, make money, make money, make money type of card. And when we link it with this water, this is blessings overflowing. So I feel personally, energetically, all this energy here in the center is overflowing into every other aspect. Gemini, your season this year might have a lot of possibilities for you, especially when we're seeing this maturation and this change here in the front. I like this. I really, really like this. So we're going to keep moving forward. And once again, look at all the people. We have a possible child, like a family unit. Even though they're all of different suits, when you put a king and a queen and a page together, that's a family unit. And they're all connected to that Ten of Cups. So the importance is there, whether it's something you want or it's something you want to deepen. But overall, the energy is good. Let's get in on that Eight of Pentacles, then we'll do a quick recap. Overall, the energy is feeling blessed, my friends, and I would claim it. So why is this Eight of Pentacles here? And it's nice because there's been some challenges in recent weeks for the Gemini readings. So I really like this. Yeah, time to hunker down on something. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse underneath this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you might really want to change what you do for a living or where you work, but for the time being, it might just be optimal for you to stay put for whatever reason, okay? Or like find something more reliable. Take that for what it's worth. But there is something to be said about like reliable monetary assets or something that is firm. Once again, the whole family unit is here. We have a page, we have a knight, we have a queen, we have the King of Pentacles. They're all almost of the same suit, which is yours. So there is a lot of this that could be focusing on you. In this time, if you're not having issues in the workplace, you might have like a flight response where you might be tempted to say, I'm going to look for something else. I'm going to do something else. Just stick to the reliable here. Okay, because I can see that like a lot of Geminis could be having issues in the workplace or what they do for money. It's not ideal. Okay, I am picking that up. The Knight of Swords in reverse talks about slowing something down. All right, slowing it down. Nice and easy, nice and steady. And once again, this energy overflowing from the center is beautiful, and it's touching every aspect of this read because it's in the center. But let's go through and do a quick little recap here. For a portion of you, maybe if you're not looking for something stable, Spirit might be telling you, okay, there is going to be some sort of stability in that realm for you too. So it's like we're touching all over the place here. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get the shadow card. So in the grand view of this spread, we have a whole family showing up here, a card of family. So those close connections are very important for whatever reason. So whether you're popular in this time or you're having gathering, it's lovely. But position number one, we have the Page of Swords with the Queen of Swords in the upright. This to me did feel like somebody maturing. Okay, whether it's the way they feel, there's a change, a very deep change happening within somebody, and it doesn't feel bad, and there is a maturation process. So if you've been going through issues, situations, challenges recently, it might be changing you for the better. There could be changes across all different areas of your life, but as we move forward to the center, 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles in the upright, beautiful, abundant, blessed type of energy right here in the center, and it touches every other aspect of the spread, and it's just overflowing, and it feels very positive and optimistic to me. There could be massive wins and victories in all different areas of life. I would claim this big time, especially monetarily. Now, as we get to the very back end, yeah, this center is wish come true type of vibe, so that's nice. Big improvements. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in reverse here. Some of you might have a flight response in regards to what you do for work. You might want to switch it up. You might want to change it. You might be looking for something a little more reliable here when the Knight of Swords is in reverse. So for a portion of you, it's the slow and steady wins the race type of vibe. Now wouldn't be the time to like switch things up too much. That's what Spirit's saying back here. If not, some of you might just need some reliable income in that realm, or to slow down your work pace, especially with the 10 of Wands on the back. Go ahead, take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card. Interesting reading. I would say overall, Gemini, it bodes very well for your season. But let's get you one shadow card here. Let's see what's in the shadows for the Geminis. Very nice. And like I said, in recent weeks, there's been a lot of different like challenges in the Gemini reading. So I really like what I'm seeing here. Okay, there's like a nice shift to be had, but let's get you one. What's in the shadows for Gemini, please? Nice and quick. Yeah, Five of Wands. This card can be a little combative, so there might be certain things within yourself. You're very back and forth, okay? For a portion of you, it's very important that you don't beat yourself up about things with the Five of Wands in the shadows. And there could also be flare-ups in regards to your temper. So just watch that. Like this, you always see it. It's five people beating the crap out of each other with sticks. But when we do shadow cards, to me, it's more about the internal world. So you might be very back and forth about certain things and situations, hot, cold, back and forth. Just don't beat yourself up in this time, and don't let your temper get the best of you. Because when we have fire in the shadows, it can speak about a little volatility. So watch out for that. So yeah, we're going to close it out there, Gemini. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.